Yeah.
Welcome to another edition of Jive Time Turkeys. At Time Turkeys on Twitter, at Jive Time Turkeys on Instagram and YouTube. This episode, I'm joined by.
What's popping? It's the sideline guy. Yeah, that's kind of what I got right now. Sideline guy.
What's up, everybody? So Starlight Daniels. I'm only laughing because we were talking right because like, welcome everybody back to Jive Time Turkeys podcast.
Hey, that was on purpose because as soon as you got done talking, I was like, so we're gonna answer that question that you heard at the top of the show. And the answer to that question is who he's talking about was Kyler Murray. He's been in the news the past couple of days. First, he signed his contract, paid him 46 million per year, 160 million guaranteed. And then we started getting reports about little clauses in his contract, specifically one that said he had to watch at least 4 hours of game film per week. My initial reaction was like, damn, that seems odd. Then I saw a quote from Kyler Murray that said, yeah, I don't really watch a lot of film. It just comes natural to me. And then I was like, well, I don't know what they're supposed to do. You on the record saying that you don't watch a lot of film. And then today I thought about it and be like, he plays a lot of Madden. So like, you know how in Madden, right, when it first come out, like you got the ratings based on the previous year. And if you don't update it and if you start your franchise at the very beginning, like stuff that happens in the season doesn't get updated on your franchise, right? So hear me out. Kyler Murray plays a lot of Madden. He always starts off the season great. Could it just be he uses Madden to substitute for game film, and later in the season, when the franchise isn't updated, this is what happens? That's what I thought about. Because, and in all fairness, I thought about it because in the last Madden 22, I got two different franchises, both with the Cowboys. One I started when we first got the game to practice. The other one, Dre, we waited till the rosters got updated. In mine, Trayvon Diggs is some trash. Like, he don't even see the field. And the one that we're in, Trayvon Diggs is a star. And it got me thinking, like, damn, what if Kyler Murray just plays on, like, as soon as he gets the game and just never updates anything and just be out there playing based on that and then go play the team like, nah, this is what they did in the Madden. This strange. I mean, we've seen stranger things. Like, I don't know. So first off, what are you guys' initial thoughts on the clause? Which actually, hold on, it just came out about an hour ago. The clause was rescinded. The Cardinals rescinded the clause. So now we got to talk another couple of days about like what was the point if they were just going to rescind it. And at this point, I almost wish they would have kept it because one, both parties agreed to it. Like, this ain't new to Kyler Murray or his agent. You guys signed the deal. So if this is new, then that's gross negligence on the agent's part, like just utter gross negligence. And otherwise, you knew. So like, why are you so mad that the media made a big deal of it? Like, it is what it is. So thoughts?
I think of pride and ego. When he went to him like, yeah, can we take this out? Because I guess he didn't think he was gonna get the backlash. He probably didn't think it was gonna be that big of a deal. That kind of goes to something like Reese said, like who released that to the media. Like, I guess everybody figured it would just be buried in the contract and nobody would care about it. But then he says, I mean, I didn't hear him say that he doesn't, but then today he was saying, no, I wouldn't have gotten to the level that I've attained, especially playing baseball and football in college and being the smallest person to do that, to get where I've been without studying. He got kind of testy with it in his news conference, his press conference today. So I don't know. All this shit. When does the season start? Let's get to it. Like, I always hate when like this trivial shit goes on. Ready for the game.
So my stance has fluctuated, and that it's always been in the same barometer, right? Or the same cone of focus. Yeah, it's been the same range. It's just, negotiated time to time, but it's always on the same kind of like trajectory. So where I currently sit is that, and it's pretty much with Lucid. I think it was something based on ego on both sides, but not on Kyler's part as much as it is for the Cardinals. Like whatever the back and forth was, whatever he did, his antics. To me, it felt like it was like it taught that motherfucker to study. It was like they were just pissed, and it's white supremacy. I ain't gonna go that far. I mean, like it's just the ego. It's like, yo, matter of fact, boom, do that. But it was at such a low bar. It's like, nigga, 4 hours. Like, okay, whatever. Like, am I gonna let that slow me up for 160 guaranteed? It's like, all right, cracker, fine, 4 hours, whoop de whoop. Because so that's where I am currently, and I had to do some memento shit to go back. That was made concrete rather after reading the quote directly. Alfonso, he said, "He's I think I'm blessed with cognitive skills. Just go out there and see just to see it before it happens. I'm not one of those guys that's going to sit there and kill myself watching film. I don't just sit there for 24 hours and break down this team or that team and watch every game because in my head I see so much. Now that's ego speaking, but I don't think he's saying I just fuck off watching it. I just kind of do the shit. It ain't gonna be around the clock. I might substitute shit for Madden, but it's not like I'm like ignoring my fucking craft. Like we play whoop de whoop. Yeah, he's fast. The linebacker's kind of got a limp leg. I'm not going to sit there and watch multiple plays of you showing me what I've already assessed, if that's what he's saying. Based on this first part, I have the cognitive skills like it's fucking football. I'm playing my life. Top in fucking Texas. Hello. Like that's ego speak. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying I can see his concept. And it's like, you think I'm not doing that? So when I go back from learning more, because at first I was kind of like, I mean, yeah. And I had to do a case law. I said, can we imagine if that was built in a VIX contract? And that's based on what he said when he went to the Eagles. He's like, yo, I never really fucking studied. Like, imagine if I actually, so I was like, I mean, if my bro that I love said it, looking back on his career, because probably when he was young, like, yo, fuck it, obviously he didn't do it. But he said, yo, looking back, like, I mean, I kind of wish I'd have did what Andy Reid tried to told me to hit me to do. You see? So I'm like, it's not a bad thing. And if we're saying that if he does that, he could be this fucking gigantic David Goliath type of motherfucker. So it's kind of like, yeah. In the end, right now, I'm kind of like, whatever. White man wanted to put it in the contract. He said, fuck it, I'll sign it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was
also, real quick, and the backlash is just because no one puts in context. It's like, yo, it's just 4 hours. It's not like, it's like 4 hours. Like one,
right.
Like 45
4 hours a week.
Probably gonna be in the class. I mean, at work anyway, because you look at the film, that counts, right? I don't know. It just don't seem big of a deal, and I'm getting hyper. Let me calm down. I'm supposed to talk slower, but yeah, it ain't really a big deal.
I definitely agree with you.
My last point, real quick. Sorry, it is a win for the brother to get them to remove it. So that's how I think we can get reparations, or how I know we are gonna get it, because they just did it like that. So I'm like, it's cool. I'm done there. Sorry. Case rest.
No, you could. So a couple points I definitely wanted to make. One, like, if you thought Kyler Murray got to the NFL without doing no film study, then that just those people to me are a reflection of what they thought about Kyler Murray before this story broke. Because like, even for me to see the Cardinals side, it's like, yeah, but I know he's not doing zero study. So like, and the first part about with me and Matt was like tongue in cheek. Like, I don't really think he's doing that, but like, it'd be fun. It'd be funny if he was.
He gonna do it 23 though. That shit is legit. Sorry, plug.
And then like you said, 4 hours. Like, that's like an hour a day before you get to Friday. Like, it's not. I just thought it was something, like, as you said, it wasn't what stopped him from 160. And I think Lou said in the production meeting, I think their contracts are public knowledge. So I don't even think anyone leaked this, because like, there's no way this looks good for the Cardinals. Like, for Kyler Murray, like, you could spend it like, yeah, he signed it and kept this in the contract because it's 4 fucking hours. You give me this extra money for 4 fucking hours, sure, I'll sign it. Doesn't mean I didn't do it. And he wasn't expecting the backlash, because he was erroneously expecting people to be somewhat reasonable. Like, bro, it's 4 hours. Like,
it's 160. I'm not
like, what are you talking about? Like, what?
I'm willing to put my body on the line. I can do 4 hours. If you go. Yeah.
So I don't. it's just fun to see. But as Lou said, like it is time to kind of like get to playing football because we already
And that's
talked
what
about
really
all
is about.
types of shit.
That's really like if he got signed like last day before the league started some shit, and the next day we get to actually watch football, this wouldn't be a story. Like, oh yeah, Kyler Murray got a little dumb shit in his contract. Yo, you see this hit? And it's like,
Right.
it's because his fucking Redskins had 2 people in the stands. That's really what the fucking problem is. I mean, sorry, the Commodores. Apologize. I had it. I'm sorry, they had 12 people. It was 12 people.
But did you see that though by Carson Wentz though?
Nah, they ain't show that, right? Did they show it?
Chill. No, we ain't
talking
video? About Carson Wentz and throw to the rookie up the sideline.
Alphonse trolling?
No, I'm not trolling.
The
It was an
quarterback
Instagram video.
Drafted last year was in good coverage on him, but yeah, now we ain't gonna talk about that. That's cool.
It was Carson to Jahan Dotson up the sideline. Yeah, I was being sincere with that one. So
I'm going to the Google.
One of those 2 people got that on video.
Hey, from now on, we're gonna go to the Google machine, and that's respect to the bro. Somebody help me out. Oh, George Michael, there it is. Gonna go to the Google machine. We should play like a little jingle.
I didn't want to say anything
about the catch.
I mean, it was a good throw, good catch. You know, it's early.
Connect for a gorgeous deep ball. It was on the Redskins website.
But no, when I saw that. The Tom Brady pass, you know what I'm saying, was a little bit better. So I was like, nah, we're gonna leave it alone. Because Tom let that shit go.
You know what I'm saying? Right. That's off the back foot. That shit is pretty though. That shit pretty. That was pretty off the back foot, Carson. Is that off the back? Yeah, that's off the back foot. Damn. Okay. But so far it seems that his teammates are liking him. Why wouldn't they? Yeah. He's a quarterback. He's a real quarterback. I mean that wasn't that the issue with the other side. Man, that was made up shit by the media. That's what I'm saying.
No, it wasn't.
That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't made up shit by the media.
I mean, it wasn't made up,
bro.
But when you play baseball.
When the coach who won you a Super Bowl bring you in, and then at the end of the season, got to go tell the owner, "My bad, dog. I didn't even know the shit was gonna go like that. My bad." It ain't made up.
It ain't made up.
But it was the owner and Wentz that had the problem. Frank Wright ain't had no problem with Carson Wentz. I think he might not have. He might not have a problem, but he stuck his neck out for him. And Carson Wentz definitely he had a bad.
They didn't end the season at the worst possible time.
It happens.
He apologized for that. I think he apologized for his attitude in the locker room.
That was part of it. Like that was like the culmination. So like I feel like some of it was like, remember when Jamie Foxx and Any Given Sunday, like they turned their back on him? Like I feel like some of that was that shit. Like, yeah, you want to go to the playoffs, but like, yo, fuck you, dude. Like, man, fuck you. And like, oh, if you so good enough, like throw us out of this shit. And he could not do it. And so
who was receivers though? Who he throwing to?
I don't know.
He had receivers. He had an all-pro running back in Jonathan Taylor. Like,
who he throwing to,
Alphonse? So T.Y. Hilton.
Was he back and healthy?
I mean, he was healthy for stretches of the season.
He ain't have. Did he have what he have now?
No.
I mean, did he have a Terry McLaurin? No. But like,
hey, brother,
all right.
shit.
Everybody don't got a damn Terry McLaurin. So like,
exactly.
Everybody out of here not doing Carson Wentz shit. All right. Like,
I mean, he was good when he's good. Like I still understand like the angst. It's like when he's in a good situation, did good situation things. That's all I'm saying. Like it's not like he's a bum. Like you get him in a good situation, that's good situation things. I don't think there's no like.
So the problem is the things that in the previous 2 stops, the things that he were bad at, the things that he's bad at often highlighted other people's problems more than his. So he holds on to the ball too long, which highlights your offensive line problems. When like if it's a timing thing, like no, bro. And the reason he's holding on to the ball is to make a hero play, not to wait for somebody to get open. Like, no, there's an open person in the flat, take the 4 yards, keep it moving. Nah, if I hold it 3 more seconds, the person running the 30-yard post is going to be open. And it's like, bro, it's a reason to go be open in 3 seconds because they're betting in 3 seconds they're going to sack you. And you know what? They are, because you know why? We're not that good, but we designed the play to mask that we're not that good. Get this 4 yards, keep it moving. 4 yards 3 times is a first down. But
why they masking what they? Why they masking?
Because it's a salary cap in the league. Like, what you mean?
No, I'm saying when they
Every
mask,
team,
they're a bad team. You said we want to mask our problems, right?
the Colts are a running team. They're not a bad team. They're a running team.
But okay, so not a passing team though. By
So
default,
as the quarterback, you're supposed to ignore that, or you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do to win?
Oh no, brother. I'm just trying to support my thesis of saying when he does good things when he's with good things. He do so things when he with us like if it's not
so if the Colts make the playoffs, then what?
Huh?
So, but that's the point. Don't play hero ball then. Just make the play. Don't play hero ball. He's trying to play hero ball.
But he's still an NFL quarterback. He thinks he's a hero. He just ain't the one, but he thinks he's the one. And Alpha, let me say. So like, if I think I'm the one, and I got Terry McLaurin, and I think I can do the Terry McLaurin, he might win the battle. But I think I'm the one, and I'm throwing to JoJo Hoggins.
Yeah, that's fine. Line. Yeah, that's fine. But the great ones recognize I got JoJo Hawkins, so I'm going to wait to get that 50-50 ball.
Exactly. I ain't saying he a great one. I'm saying he okay.
You defending him.
Because he's an okay one. No, because he's an okay one. I admit he is not Elway. He is not Marino. He's Carson Wentz, which is not too bad. Strong arm. What the fuck?
But
Alpha. I am doing that under the context of the Commodores. They had Tyler Heineke, bro. Like, it's a net positive. And you have a net positive
no.
with a solid team.
I understand that.
I don't see why you're
I'm getting that. I'm just saying, like, right now is not a good time to determine whether or not the rumors about him in the locker room were false. That's all.
Is he Tyler Heineke? Is he Tyler Heineke? Or Taylor Heineke? Long as he's not that, don't nothing change until they 0-3. You dig what I'm saying?
And then when that's what I'm saying.
Hypothetical, my brother. Hypothetical. Hopefully hypothetical.
I'm saying if they go on a 2-game losing streak, which is pretty common, like
I said 3
then ask that question.
No, 3. It's 3 he had that boy. 2 was like, all right, cool. 3, he ain't your man's.
That week before the 3, we'll start hearing rumblings, and then if he has a shitty game, then it'll be a full-blown fire.
Yeah, no, 100% agree. The full-blown fire gonna pop off if they 0-3, which they won't be. You know, they got a good team. I'm excited for them. And so,
overrated.
I'm just excited for football.
Yeah, Jaguars. It's right. If they 0-3, bro. They 0-2 going to the Eagles. Yeah, he ain't got a problem. But if you win that game, it's like, oh, all right.
What if it's not his fault? What if the defense don't show up? You know,
exactly.
Antonio Gibson fumbles on, Ernest Biner type shit. I mean, you never know.
Well, it's gotta be tight. Oh, it's gotta be like 28-27 for that type of shit. You can't be no 28-7 and it's like, oh, they him like.
I'm just not going to say how excited I am for the season. I'm not going to do that this year. Let's just wait and see.
Why not? That's the beauty of it, Luke.
Because every year I say I'm so excited, and then I end up like Jesse Spano in the room crying. I'm so excited.
That's life, though, bro. You gotta live life. You don't want to be like me, bro.
Welcome to life as a Cowboys fan.
But nah,
welcome to it.
No, just
so excited.
It was like a defensive player that was like, yeah, like Bobby McCain. He had a soundbite today. He was like, yeah, he's a dude. They like everybody's like taking to him, And like I don't know. I don't really remember reports in Indianapolis when he supposedly lost the locker room or whatever, but I don't know. I just think it's gonna be different. And he has better skill players. So better skill players than he's had.
But to Alphonse's credit, it still could be all cover until we find out what happens. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's why.
Still could be covered. So Alphonse, I'm not saying you're wrong, Alphonse. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, this.
0-3.
Fuck Jim Irsay. Let's just say that.
That I am in agreement there. This doesn't absolve him of anything. um, Moving to basketball, contracts over there are being talked about. The main one this week, Draymond Green thinks he deserves a max extension, $138 million. Says if he doesn't get that, the Warriors should not be surprised if he goes and teams up with LeBron. To which I say, if I were the Warriors, I'd be like, bro, here's our number. That's it. After that, you could walk. And I think that
He
number
cold,
comes
bro.
in at a max
That's
110.
cold.
Hold up. Here's why. His
Cold.
greatest value is being on the Warriors. There's
Right.
no other team that is going to pay him over $100 million to come to their
Okay.
team, unless it's a bad team, at which point
Okay.
they will promptly trade him and or buy him out.
Okay.
And if that's the route he
Okay.
wants to play, cool. I don't see Draymond Green as being that type of player. I don't think that's not in him. He's going to be miserable doing that. So what I'm
Well,
saying is have a
let Lou
number.
go first. Lou
I
go
don't
first.
think it's $138 million.
That's all
Like
you saying. All we saying is the max is 138. Is what we saying? What's
that's
the
the
number we trying to
max.
get? 138.
That's the max.
All
138.
right. Go ahead, Lou. Go ahead, Lou.
He's not a max player. Like, I
I
mean,
know. Mm-hmm.
bottom line, he's not a max player.
Yep.
The Warriors are already cash strapped. I mean, he really on his last deal was probably going to be the best deal that he got. And they've been in the luxury tax. Keep the band together. They just won a championship. Like, look, Draymond, we got these youngins coming up anyway, and it's just like, bruh, you make it work, but how long you gonna keep being able to do that?
How
At
many
a
years
high
is the
level
extension
where
for?
you deserve that amount of money. It's just like we want to look out for you. We want to do this. We want to do that. But at some point, you know what I'm saying, bands got in. You know what I mean? Like some point,
Bang got to break up.
you know, excuse me, respectfully, Paul Williams. You hey, we gonna bring in what's my man Dennis Edwards. Somebody's coming in. You know what I mean? We gotta fill in the void. I mean, it just is what the machine keeps going. That's like Otis said, the machine keeps going. Like shit don't stop. So like you can roll with us or you can roll with what you got. I mean, you know what I mean?
How many championships have they won?
He's not worth 100. He's not worth a max. He's not a max player. Like
how many chips have they won? They won 4.
They got 4.
And been to 6.
How many?
6.
How many? And he was there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
He was there for all of them. And the one that they lost, he was playing.
So here's my thing about that, right? So I was gonna come in. So, well, are both of you coming from the side point of the team, or just in general, like what's fair in life? Is it a fair in life thing, or is it like a team business thing?
No, it's not a fair in life thing. Like, no, we're not
Oh,
talking.
okay.
Because in fair in life, like there'd be no
Okay.
cap. So if it was a fair in life, they wouldn't be constrained by the cap. They could
How about
pay as much as they bring in from the Chase Center,
Okay.
which is a hell of a lot of money.
Okay. Hold on. Let's. Okay, I like that. We're having a good talk. To my bounds. So that boundary is just perfect world utopia. I'm talking about best scenario that they can actually achieve. Like, can they actually achieve? It's like based
They
on
can't
what?
pay. They can't pay him and pay everybody else that is more important to their
Agreed.
team.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, can they pay him 138? Is it possible, no matter what it costs to do so, could they pay him 138?
So, okay. So when they pay him 138, what is your desired result? Because then I'll answer your question with a definitive yes or no. So when they pay him 138, is your desired result a championship?
Oh, my desired result in this discussion that he gets paid 138.
Yeah. What's the Warriors' result with Draymond Green getting the max extension? Is it a championship team?
It is a championship team. He's proven that 4 times.
No. Is the Warriors team going to be a championship with that? Because no, it is not. If you pay him, you're not paying one, if not 2 of Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins, and somebody else who I'm forgetting right now. Because there's 4 players they named.
No, when I say championship team, they are a championship team. I'm not forecasting.
In the past tense.
Yeah, of course.
I'm asking, but that's what I'm asking. What is your forecast for that Warriors team?
Oh, that you have paid Draymond Green maximum money.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my forecast. That's what I'm trying to get to.
But
what?
But you're not talking about once you pay
Draymond.
him. Yeah, but once you pay him, so he was just a team with Draymond Green, because they're not going to be a championship team. They're probably not even going to be a playoff team. So you're just paying Draymond Green to have him on your team.
I think it'll still be a playoff.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Who was more
I don't know about them being a playoff team. They was already in the
more important this playoffs, especially in the finals, Draymond Green or Andrew Wiggins?
Draymond.
No.
Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew
Wiggins.
Draymond was playing in the finals.
Yeah, I know. But I guess you're both missing the spiritual aspect of that whole series. When them crackers, he was not pivotal.
Bro,
okay,
but the spiritual,
wait.
the spiritual thing is not worth 138 million.
Again, that's your position. I disagree. I don't think you get any of history without Draymond. And if you have it, and if he desires a max contract for work served, I'm like, well, fuck it. If we can make the numbers shake, cool. I'm not forecasting. I mean,
you play Mac. You don't even do that in Madden. You don't even do that in Madden. It's fake money.
Because that's fake. This is real.
But he already
in real life, he wouldn't even. But my point is,
you're telling me. So what you're telling me? The question to me would be: do I think Draymond Green performance and impact on the team is worth max money for him? My only response is yes. Whatever is max money for Draymond Green, in my opinion, is my opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't say you're wrong. You're fine. That's cool. I'm just expressing how I feel about the situation. I feel because he is Draymond, because of everything he's done and means to that team. And yes, the 4 out of the 6, to me, he's a large part of it. I spiritually saw what happened in that finals, where he got the whole team, the whole building yell at him, and then the ace in the hole, like, yo, fuck all you, I'm gonna go lights out. To me, that's energy shifting. We shift the whole thing, because if them crackers ain't cracker, and it would have beat them, and they'd been down 3-1, it's a whole different series. So I think that was a lot. So maybe he observed that too. I don't know. But all I'm saying is, because what he means to that franchise, to me, he is worth max money. That's all.
That same energy backfired on them as well in 2016. That exact same energy.
LeBron James.
When he got into it with LeBron and got suspended.
Kicked out.
And proceeded.
They win the series in 5.
They win, that series is over.
Yeah, you're talking about 1 year. He's won you 4 rings.
What? Whoa.
Whoa.
No. I can't say Draymond has won them 4 rings. No.
Wait.
Draymond has been part of the machine in 4 of those.
Of course.
We got to think about
all the pieces.
Those.
Well, you don't need all the pieces.
Are we gonna give him credit for?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. If you don't do that shit, you don't get your mans, and you don't get more. So whatever you want to talk about, I'm talking about energy and what he's worth.
Okay.
Who went and got him?
Well, he called them. But all of them went. Half them 5 went and got him.
I give you that.
But
you act like Draymond don't have sway.
So we're going to reward Draymond, but at the same time remove us from championship contention. Just
Draymond meant that much.
Draymond.
In my opinion, yeah, because Draymond meant that much.
But at the same time, just like we say with like the Wizards or any other team, what is the end game?
Wait, why would we say with the other teams? They don't count. They don't count. This is the dynasty. They don't count. The other dudes don't count.
But we're also
what I'm saying is
real quick. Draymond already gotten paid.
Real quick. Gronk last year in the Patriots. His last year. If he wanted max tight end money, are you giving it to him?
His last year in the Patriots.
Gronk's last year with the Patriots. If he wanted max tight end deal, you giving it to him. Max deal.
No.
Years and money.
No.
Right. You're not gonna give it to him, right? But the following year he goes down and plays well in Tampa. Is an integral part. He ain't saying he won the whole championship, but he was a part of the championship. What I'm saying is reward those who built you up, because they're that valuable. It's bigger than just the extra championship. It's the fact that he gonna retire on a high note as a fucking warrior. To me, that's
Did the Bucks give him max money?
They have
so what are we talking about? So that's what I'm saying. If the Bucks didn't give him max money,
I am not saying he can get max money anywhere else. He cannot get max money anywhere else. I am saying the only place he can get max money is with the Warriors, and I think he's deserving of such.
So then why is he not giving the same deal that you want the Warriors to give him? Why not? Why if he wants to be a part of this dynasty and keep it going, why is he even asking for max money? You already got a max deal. You know they can't give you a max deal. You know that.
It's possible for them. It's possible. It's not impossible. It is not impossible.
To keep it at championship level. So if you were saying you would go to LeBron because
bring up that aspect, I am not arguing that.
Hold up. Let me finish why. Because he's bringing up that aspect. Why do you think Why do you think he said LeBron? Do you think he said LeBron because he doesn't want to get the 5th ring? You think that's not in his mindset?
Yes.
So if you want to get another ring, why not stay in the machine that you have? Just take less money.
What he's saying is, why do I have to be the one to take a pay cut? Why does Draymond Green?
Steph took a pay cut to get this started. That's why. Steph took the pay cut to get this started. That's why.
Steph took his pay cut in the beginning. So Draymond could get paid the last time.
And then also took pay cut.
So the what? You said so the what? You said
so that Draymond could get his. But now his first max deal. So now he shouldn't take a pay cut to keep it going.
Yeah. Like at this point, it's like Draymond.
They just want to check.
Why
are we saying he shouldn't ask for this? I'm confused.
Why are we going nuclear? Who going nuclear by your own words? Who went nuclear? Was it Draymond Green?
What are you talking about?
You just said they just won the championship.
Right.
Because Steph went nuclear, not because Draymond went nuclear.
That's when you ignore the spiritual aspect of it. But proceed.
He should totally ask for it.
The spiritual aspect don't put.
That's what I'm saying. He's asking for it.
But don't expect it. That's the thing. And then don't
care what the practice do.
Huh?
I'm saying he should definitely ask for it. I'm not saying no Draymond's crazy bad. He's perfectly within his right to ask for it, and I think
they should give it to him.
Yes, I think they should.
Well, that's where we disagree. But what I don't like is well, then I can go look for somewhere else. Like why
not,
bro?
Why not?
But I would see this. My thing is
Here's why. Hold up.
Why say it? Like
here's why.
Here's why.
Time out. Here's why. Because now
you can say that to them, but like, why are we negotiating in the media? My fault to cut you off, Alphonse. I
just wanted to get this out before I forgot. Because you know why? Because now to me, all that shit he was talking about KD, he's doing the exact same thing. The exact same thing.
What the exact same thing with KD? I don't. First, what did that blow up?
What did that blow? What was that blow up with KD about?
We don't need you anyway.
You're not in. Right. You're not in with us.
Right.
If you to lose point, if you're threatening to leave already,
was he wrong? We don't like the delivery, but in the end, was he wrong?
I think he was wrong. Honestly,
they just won a championship without him, right?
They won one championship without him.
Okay.
My point is they could have won two.
Even that championship that they won, we could put some asterisks around that.
I don't care. They won though. You can do whatever you want to. The fact that
they won one and then they immediately lost one and then got on his line.
No, what I'm saying, they won one just now without KD. Yes. Okay. So he proved you are nice, but we can still do this shit without you, bro.
No.
And he proved it.
No. They were facing a completely different beast when KD was on the team. Completely different.
No, I agree. No, I'm not talking about in that moment. I'm talking about he said, we might not that's what I'm saying. Like he's not looking at just this moment, but he said this squad is a championship squad. So you can roll with the winners or not.
And now he's saying, he's looking at the championship squad and saying, I am the championship. And saying, I am the championship.
Yes.
I disagree with that. Hold on. I disagree with that because they wouldn't have gotten back to championship contention without trading Kevin Durant. What they got for Kevin Durant, D'Angelo Russell and the draft picks, how they did that.
Okay.
I just say we were a championship team without not really. I made it possible for y'all to be a championship team. Me leaving.
All I'm saying is his energy is the team I'm on is a winning team. The team I'm on as Draymond Green. The team I'm on is a winning team.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
How is it not?
Energy is.
Oh my God.
The energy, because you're ignoring that he plays with Klay Thompson and fucking Steph Curry. Put him in Sacramento. Put him in Sacramento. He bringing winning energy. He's better than himself. Better than himself.
I
so then why are you threatening to leave that and try to hold that as leverage?
Because he sees how valuable he is of a piece. He said, I am my best self playing in this team. You're going to get the maximum effort out of me.
No. He's his best self playing when that team is its best self. The year Steph and Clay wasn't there, they said Draymond was a terrible person to be around on the team to the point where they shut him down.
Right. You know why? Because Steph and Clay weren't there. So he wasn't at his best, which is when I play with my homies. He said, I know. Like, what are you saying? You're saying, like, when Robin, like,
and what I'm saying is, I already said my case, and you're like, fuck it, I don't care. There's the ramifications of them not being a championship contender are going to stem from them giving him that 138 million, and all of the spiritual leadership that you're talking about. Yeah, how you disagree? The cap because is they fucking just did a hard new cap.
They just did it with a new cast of characters,
and that were actually good because they have to pay them.
Right? Yeah, you can find other players like them. You could trade them for similar players.
This ain't 2K. You can't just go find players. What do you mean?
They just did it. They just felt these. They just
go read the reaction to it, Dre. It's like they stuck gold. This doesn't happen.
What were the solid elements in the season? Who were healthy the whole time? Who played the whole series? Clay, Draymond, and Steph. What I'm saying is,
Draymond and Steph didn't play the whole season. Fucking Draymond got benched in a couple games. And
they came out saying, like, all I'm saying, he just got benched.
All this spiritual leader, he got benched. Like, what are we talking about? Like, how you gonna say somebody get benched and then come back and act for
the most? It happens when coaches getting kicked out of the game on purpose. What are you talking about? That's who he is.
Getting benched is not in his control. He got benched because he was playing sorry. That wasn't no spiritual leader. That wasn't no guidance. That wasn't none of that.
Why was he playing sorry? Because the crackers got in his head.
Because he was trash.
He said because the crackers got in my head. He said the crackers got in my head. And what happened when the crackers got in his head? Steph went like that.
He cannot be paid 138 million, averaging 9, 5, and 2.
Why can't Draymond get that? Why not? Because you can't play these younger players.
Because on a team that has better players that are younger, it hamstrings him. He can't pay that. He can't provide you the 30 points that you're going to lose because now Jordan Poole is going to walk. That's why. Because the extra 20 million to go from 110 to 138, the extra 18 million that you could have used to put Jordan Poole, you don't have it anymore, Dre. That's why.
Y'all not them boys.
Okay.
You telling me a team built around Steph, a healthy Steph, Clay, and Draymond, and you just pick players that fit won't have a championship run when he's supposed to be that boy? Like you got literally that boy, his homeboy, and you got the energy. And you telling me because of Wiggins and Poole, they don't make them a championship team? Like they can still get some plug-in players and do their thing because they them boys. And all he's saying is, we the motherfucking boys.
You've been a Lakers fan the last 2 years. The plug-and-play shit don't work. What you mean? You actually have to get people that can play.
Because it's just the boy and a broken boy. I'm talking about the boy being healthy, his main boy being healthy, and Draymond. That's 3 Hall of Fame players. I'm not talking about LeBron and broke AD. When LeBron and AD were healthy, championship.
No, because what you're missing is when LeBron and AD were healthy, they also could afford to put quality players around them. And then when they brought in Russell Westbrook, they could no longer afford to put quality players. That is what I'm saying. And when they play Draymond 138 million.
You could have got Russell Westbrook. They shouldn't have done that.
No, because they had the contract. The contract before.
Yes, his contract was terrible. So they can't afford to get players. Because he's a
Russell Westbrook made 20 million. You could spend that 20 million elsewhere. And even if him being bad, you could have other quality players on the team.
Keep going. And what I'm saying
is if now Draymond Green makes 44 million.
Bro, you're comparing the impact of Russell Westbrook on the Lakers to the legacy that Draymond established on the Warriors. Those do not go hand in hand.
I am not doing that. I am talking about straight math, the numbers, the math, the amount of money that they can pay.
We're talking 2 different things. I've already said at the beginning. I get your point. You're talking net math numbers, and I'm talking about what's actually math numbers possible if they want to sacrifice some shit, because I think he's that worth it. That's what I'm saying. Yes, I know I'm coming from a different path.
We marking this
I think you should pay a 30-year-old Draymond Green. They're not going to do it. I know they're not going to do it, but they definitely should. Because it's all capitalism made up money. Like we're talking about monopoly money. And they just came off a championship. And it's like, Why would they pay him help? Like he's fucking Draymond Green, like respectable.
Bro,
All I'm saying.
bro,
That's all I'm saying. Y'all like y'all can't pay him.
That
Like,
is crazy because I've heard you
it's not
say
crazy. It's
in
not
Madden,
crazy.
I've heard you say in Madden, you've come off a championship. I'm not gonna pay this boy. I got my young boy ready. I've heard you say this, and that is Madden. That's a video game. And now you're telling me in real life they should do the exact opposite.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And I'm also not talking about people who've earned me 4 championships out of 6 attempts.
I just said you are. I said that you've done that.
And you've gotten paid for that already.
Like, so why would we not keep paying him? Why would we not keep paying a high profile player?
The returns, it wouldn't be the same. Like
the returns.
You're not a max player. You are integral in what we're doing, but it's going to hurt us more maxing you than you signing on for a lower amount so we can have a better team. They've already lost 2 players that were integral to the championship run, right? Those are the plug and play players that they lost, that they can fill in with who they have on the bench, hopefully the young guys.
Mm-hmm.
But Andrew Wiggins is still an integral part. Jordan Poole is still an integral part, and they have to be signed. And we want to keep them, but like at Draymond, at some point, all players have an expiration date. We understand, we are eternally grateful for what you've done, and we paid you like that. Like we can't keep paying you if you can't keep getting this amount of the pie when you give this amount of the production. Like the spiritual leader and all that inspiration that he gave Steph, supposedly, I think Steph's gonna go off anyway, but it's just like, bro, it's really not worth it. He's not that good.
We'll see. We shall see. So that's the biggest thing. On a fashion sense, man, I don't know. This Jimmy Butler thing, I'm having a hard time like understanding how he's still gonna keep the reputation of being a dog and he getting sewing extensions for his hair. Like,
I mean, his reputation is based on his play. So I mean, I don't think all of a sudden people gonna be trying to punk Jimmy Butler. I mean, he's still gonna play.
No. But it's not gonna go like when those altercations occur. Like,
I don't think he's going. I mean,
like here's an example. Yeah, really. So like,
I mean, it's 2022.
Like if you're Cat Williams, why I say Cat Williams? If you're Karl Anthony Towns, you taking shit from Jimmy anymore?
Well, you don't really have to take shit from Jimmy. They ain't on the same.
I know. Right, but
you know that. But I don't. How much shit is he taking from Jimmy Butler at this time?
He hasn't. But I'm saying, like, is he taking it anymore? Like I feel he was already bucking back when he said the damn, what's that woman's name? The Rachel Nichols comment, which that just kind of quietly went away. So it just,
I'm not a fan
it was weird.
It looks stupid to me.
That's where I was going with it. Like, I don't know. I just
a little zesty, in my opinion. But I mean, he still got to play basketball. So I mean, but like I said, I mean, like Dennis Rodman switched up, and then people still want to fuck with him. Not that I think once he started down, and then once he became Dennis Rodman, as he became more of an agitator, I guess. I don't know. I feel like with the Pistons, he wasn't that much. I thought it was more Mahorn, Lambeer type shit. I think Dennis Rodman just played hard with the Pistons. When we got with the Bulls, he kind of said it. Well,
so here's what I'll say. I think when Dennis Rodman went crazy, or excuse me, quote unquote crazy, dyed his hair, whoop-de-whoop. I'm not gonna say he's crazy. When he flipped that switch, his rep with the Pistons was he was gonna fight, because I've seen a couple like clips of like the Celtics and the Pistons fighting, like people welling up on Lambeer, and then you just see Rodman just coming around like taking on, scrapping up. So I think when he dyed his hair and started getting outrageous, it was more like, oh shit, he might really have to get to swinging. And that was when the league was kind of turning towards like not necessarily getting in all those fights. Like remember in the 92 playoffs when the Bulls and the Knicks start fighting right in the first row, JoJo English and fucking Derek Harper. So like the league was already turning away from full on fights. So like him coming in with the crazy hair, getting ready to fight Shaq, having to be tackled by Jordan and Pippen. He was like, let me just stay away from him. Whereas like
Shaq was tripping that time too. Robin did nothing wrong, honestly. But I think it was more of people. This was post Magic Johnson, HIV, right? And then people still had kind of, I hate to use the term, but like the homophobia. So nobody knew what he was. So he used that to his advantage.
To his advantage, yeah.
So people weren't really trying, because they didn't know what he may or may not do, and he used that. He never really had to enforce. He just, it was hard fouls and playing hard. Essentially, that's what. After the Pistons, I guess those Pistons Celtics games that was a little different, a little bit more high strung, a little bit more emotional, but just like outside of that, I just feel like he just played hard all the time. And then when he took on this new persona, everybody wasn't sure, so he ain't really had to, except for Carmelo.
Yeah, that guy. And then
he done stuff
trying to
with
think.
the Bulls. That time with Shaq, but Shaq was wrong. Jerome Kersey was wrong. Like they were just
Shaq just came in pushing people. But I feel like that was in 96.
That was in 2016.
So that might have been early Shaq trying to, galvanize, make himself as a Laker. That was an early time.
Early. But yeah, that was. And I think just Pippen just was extra.
He had no coordination.
They had a good chuckle after about it. So I actually like that. That was cool to me.
Yeah.
Are they both restrained them?
We can move to the WNBA. We finally got a couple of things that I saw. One that I should have investigated and got verified. But the first thing, earlier this week, there was a notice of a deal for Brittany Griner sent over to Russia. Then later that day, we got some leaked details about who may be coming back for Brittany Griner, and I just know the guy's last name is Waylon. I don't know the first name.
Waylon.
But then I've read somewhere that Russia said they didn't want to negotiate this in the media. I don't know how true that is. So my first question, the prisoner swap was Griner and Waylon for the guy whose nickname is the Merchant of Death. And so I guess the question to you guys is, one, do we care? In terms of is this a quote unquote fair swap? And then two, I guess what I'm thinking about is how quickly the backlash comes if this is a swap. I know for me personally, I don't care. This was the rules of the rules of engagement. When you put the pressure on the United States to do this, there was only so many cards that we have to play that they want. And this is what it is. And so I just hope the same people who are out, all of the same people who are out saying free Brittany Griner are also going to be there when this prisoner swap happens, and inevitably some people push back and say it wasn't worth it. So thoughts on that?
I'll let you go, Dre. Okay.
So I definitely care because, it's one of our sisters. But it's all the other stuff is above my pay grade because it's all the same gaming shit that Putin used, or Biden's doing the same thing. it's only because he has low approval, and it's a good win because elections coming up. So you want to have him ride the wave. And so and I'm not saying just like the one that's like bouncing back, but I'm saying is when you're looking at the board and you're trying to get some win somewhere, the timing of it fits. I'm not saying that he would have done this a year behind us or in front of us, but based on the current climate, I think it's been a political game since the beginning, and he's just using his piece now because of his situation and also the timing with voting, and because the popular outcry has been large enough for it to make move the needle that we are now talking about it. So if it wasn't to the level where you talk about it, it wouldn't have been done. So so I definitely care, but the mechanism how they do it, as long as she gets home. And then I've read some comments and about this ignorant fuck of why is it her? There's other folks. Well, leverage that shit, motherfucker. If you want to pull your bootstraps, pull your fucking bootstraps. Be thankful that her return is with this other motherfucker that no one knew about before she got locked up. So it's all bullshit from the aspect of the games and shit, but bring her home. And yes, there's probably more people that I should be aware of that need to come home too. But because of the one I recognize, the one I know, due to my ignorance, of course I care and of course bring her back home. But the mechanism is all fucked up.
And so
bring her home, I guess. I mean, the guy that they sending over, or supposed to be exchanging, right? Runner that the movie was made on.
Yeah.
I just bring them home. Fuck it. This shit is just silly.
And I think was it Steve that said it was last that they didn't want to give him up because he already been flipped. So you never know what's going on. It's probably like now they like look, you know what you do when you get over there. If he don't kill you,
now it's go time.
Like if he gets killed, you know Russia knew they want to kill him. Or if he stays alive, you're like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So it's deep. I mean, obviously it's deep. So
yeah, and I want to clarify that when I say don't care, I was meaning like don't care who they send back for her. So it wasn't like from my point of view caring about. No, it was like, yeah, I don't care who you got to send back. The merchant, okay, and like that's what we doing. Like, and to your point about using like leverage, like, I mean, this is what we want the WNBA to be, right? Because in some regards, like, people are true. If it was Tom Brady, yeah, Tom Brady asked for because there would have been outcry for it. So if this is the levels that we want the WNBA to aspire to, these are the things that have to happen. And again, my only thing is like, don't have her come back over here. Don't have her come back over here and have her feel alone defending against ignorant motherfuckers who say shit like that.
Fine. That's not the focus. This is a game of capitalism. What I'm saying is two things I want to wrap up. One is that this to me only proves that they need to be paid a lot more than they are. And either you could do it from hopefully everybody should pay what the fuck they worth, or you ain't trying to risk the shit again, because as you can see, it's that motherfucking real. So either way you want to spin it. You want to spin it from capitalism, or I can get kidnapped again. I'm going back over there, not her directly, but other players. And so if it's worth the preventative measures of fucking up your Ukrainian overthrow, motherfucker, then hey, pay us some motherfucking cash. Because the second part of that is that I hope we see how much of fucking valuable we are, where that whatever you want to categorize her as just whatever you call her, but you say she's just she's just they got a community loud enough to free her ass during the motherfucking coup going on in Ukraine. So, hey, black folks, you can get what you want, just ask for the shit. And that's why I said Draymond's worth max money, because only won $35 million when the homeboy getting paid 40 and the other one homeboy getting 48. If I've been getting paid 25, I don't mind 35. That's what I'm saying. Niggas worth a lot more than we think they are. So that's it.
All right. I mean, we don't want to get into a blind spot about the Draymond, because I would counter if if I'm getting paid 40 and my production is at one level and you want to get paid 30 and your production is not relative to the level that should be getting paid 30, okay. They're like,
all right.
Especially if you get
the boy getting paid 48. I'm talking about the other boy getting paid 40. The boy gets paid 48. Steph gets 48. Steph gets 48. Clay gets 40. Draymond getting 25. All he asking for is 35. That's all this max contract shakes out to be, is just 35. He just want a $10 million bonus. I think I'm worth $10 million bonus every year. That's all I'm saying. It ain't like he's trying to get the top dog shit. He not even reaching for the top dog shit. He just said, look, I at least worth 30, 35. That's all I'm saying. If these niggas getting 48, he getting 40, they should. 25 is a little bargain.
And I'm saying is, to me,
25 is a bargain for Draymond.
Where's the self-awareness to be like, bro, we had literal conversations that was like legitimate conversations of like averaging the triple, like, is he done in the finals? Like legitimate conversations. And so like, to me, this being out in the media is that's kind of where my thing is like, bro, yes, we just won the title, and we ain't even done really drinking the champagne from it, and now you already ready to break this shit up.
Alphonse is strategy, bro. That's his best hand.
Okay, that's fine, and I hope it works out for him.
Of course, we hope it works out for him. Black man, get your money. Yeah. But anyway, that's how valuable we are. In the same week, we got them crackers to take their claws out. Claws out. Draymond want max money, and we got a deal on the table for Brittany Griner. Black folks know your worth. That's all I'm saying. Invaluable. It's a fucking amazing week. I'm just saying. Like they got that fucking shit on the contract and made it public within 24 hours. Niggas got dope. That's all I'm saying.
And DK Metcalf got paid.
And DK Metcalf got an extension. So, hey, black women get free. Black man get your money. God is the mother, father, and the child.
We just need one more thing to change, and that's in there to get some better people in the media. Because
we already here. What you talk about? We already here. You saw the image of the production clip, bro. He was leaning back on that couch. Yeah.
Come
on. Come on, man.
But what I'm talking about is the anonymous quotes about Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Yeah. Talking about they play street ball.
How fun. It's America, bro.
Yeah, no.
They wore hoods. They wear hoods. It's all they do is wear hoods. Like, take the hood off. Just say, I said it. So when he rode to your town, y'all can see what's popping. But when black folks do it, they make it public. What's up?
I mean, they're saying that was them. And so what?
Exactly.
Beaters.
They made me go watch the highlights of these two black folks last night. And I'm like, what are they talking about? I watched 21 million.
Like, appropriate this. Like, that's what I was like. Out of here. Like, stop it. I mean, that's back to like, I wouldn't even. I couldn't have been a professional athlete because I think I would have been a professional athlete. Like, who fucking cares? Like, bro, I
don't know, Lou.
I'm gonna do this shit how I do it. Like,
exactly.
So the only thing I say about who cares is like, if the fans or the public like understood that and understood the posture, that'd be one thing. But like, they use this shit it affects contracts. It affects contract negotiation. That'd be my thing. Like,
what does?
You motherfuckers are so.
What does?
You said what?
What affects contracts?
Perception about how you are as a passer.
Wait. But that's been the fight. Wait.
So these anonymous. So what I'm saying, these anonymous quotes.
No. All I'm saying is understand where we are, brother. Wait. Let's not forget. 5 years ago, 7 years ago, they didn't hide. They were like, "Yo, I am Mel Kiper. That nigga can't pass. Come to commercial." Like now they hide. Like it's. I'm saying like it's not like this. This is progress. Like they gotta hide now. Like before they just analyze the shit and say, "Yeah, Antoine Randall, no future." Make nigga play a fucking receiver. Like it's a different context. But like, yeah, look. The quote was after his first read, he starts to run. It's like, first off, no, he calculates fast. By the third read ain't there, then I run. But you observing it, he thinks like I'm saying, it's not even like worth. It's like it's not even worth debating. Like I watched 21 minutes of this clip. It's like, yeah, it's not first read run. It's okay. Then I run. So
right, but what I'm saying is
an accurate statement. It's just
right. But you took the time to do that because you have a vested interest in like seeing if this shit is correct. Someone else is just going to take that soundbite, and be like,
Yeah.
well, a GM said that shit, a defensive coordinator said that shit. They got to be right.
My brother, we saying the same thing. All I'm saying is I'm acknowledging the fact that it's anonymous defensive widgetamagoo in the back room when before it was on a rookie scouting report. Just publicly lying about no. What I'm saying is like this is like minor, and that's why I had to look like, wait, you still doing this? Like, look, Alphonse, you're still doing this with a dude who took him to 4 AFC. Like, I don't like, I really thought it was true. Like, oh, maybe
No,
it's true
I get
because
that. I
4 AFC
get that. I get the progress.
You see what I'm saying? It's like
I just want to say some of
just,
those people they were right on. Like you said, Antoine Randall, like he's not going to be an NFL quarterback.
I don't know, brother.
Nah, I watched him in Indiana.
Relevant. Yeah, no.
See, you got the wrong team. You got the
Iowa State.
Antoine Randall. He was Indiana because he was in the Big Ten. That's how I watched him.
Randall, Indiana.
Who am I thinking of? I'm thinking the other brother. They do the same thing too. No. But we was in the same realm. What's the other brother? Seneca Wallace. Nah, Seneca Wallace.
You think it's Seneca Wallace?
It's
okay.
Same. It's tomato. Ain't like I'm the
but Seneca,
like I know.
No, because Seneca Wallace played QB in the league.
And then what did he do when he went for the Seattle Seahawks? He tried to play slot. I understand what y'all saying. He didn't get a shot.
He was a backup. He was a backup in Green Bay for many years.
How did he go
the Seattle thing was later on.
Right. Towards the end, he had to just start doing jazzy shit.
What's supposed to do? He's back up Aaron Rodgers.
What I'm saying, he could have ran an NFL team. He could have ran an NFL team. But because they weren't thinking like that, they didn't build it. Like I'm saying, like you were saying he could play quarterback at all, was kind of like, it's not really fair. He didn't go in a system that was built for him like they are today.
I'm not. So I don't think the number of years he kept a job as an NFL backup means he couldn't play the position. I think it just, yes, I think two things can be true at once. Yes, they did not build an offense around him. I also think he was good enough to be a backup NFL quarterback, which, as we see, those for black quarterbacks aren't guaranteed either. So that's all I was saying. And so, like, when you said Antoine Randall, I was like, I don't. The use of that name was like, Seneca Wallace. Yes, he played some QB. I get it, but Randall was like,
some QB. He was QB.
5'7", 180 pounds. He wasn't. And he won.
Kyler Murray is 5'3".
But my next thing was he wasn't that fast. He didn't have that type of arm to where we could be like, there's no comparison to Kyler Murray at all. Not in the NFL. Like it worked at Indiana in the Big Ten. Y'all was running a lot of options. If you wasn't just drop back in no pro style offense and let that shit go.
Okay.
No spread offense, none of that. They was running wishbone. No, I don't know.
But yeah, so ready to see. I think we get Hall of Fame game next week.
Yeah.
Next Thursday, the 4th. Yeah. So football starts next week.
The game is on Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Hall of Fame game.
The Hall of Fame.
Before
who is it? Dallas? Is it Dallas Steelers? I think Dallas Steelers.
Nah, it's Jacksonville and I want to say the Raiders, but I might be wrong on that. I think I just want to see Devontae Adams for like a play. But in the event, football will start back up and then the machine will get the rolling. No news on the college football front. So we don't have the super conferences yet. I think that happens pretty soon. Oh,
when the game drops.
It's the Raiders. Raiders in Jacksonville. You're right.
Okay. Alabama got another top recruit this time. I want to say a defensive back, but reason I know about this one is because apparently Taylor Rooks used to babysit him. So it's like, oh wow, small world. But that made me think like, wonder how Georgia Alabama game is going to go this year. Looks like Alabama's trying to encroach on Georgia's territory, so I thought that was interesting. The Mystics won tonight, so they are in 5th place. Top 6 make the playoffs. but they're firmly in 5th place, like 4.5 games up on the 6th place team. So they're firmly in there.
See, they gotta get on ESPN's ass. They're not even on the motherfucking banner, WNBA. You gotta like get the drop down. See, this is all marketing. This is bullshit. Sorry.
Yeah, Sue Bird comes to DC Saturday. I'm just in my head thinking about my schedule. If I could get to the center, I don't think I'd be able to make that. But yeah, that would be cool because I'm pretty sure it's still tickets available. And baseball, I keep hearing that the Cardinals and the Padres are the 2 teams that are in the lead for the services of one Juan Soto. I don't necessarily believe either one of that. So
How about actually, so what thing gonna happen, Olu?
I still don't think he's getting traded. I don't think teams are going to offer up enough to get him, and the Nationals not just gonna give him away just for anything. Like you really gonna have to blow him away.
You think he's gonna serve his contract? So you think he'll serve 2 years?
I mean,
he got 2 more years.
2 more years left.
You don't think he'll trade him at all, or just not this season?
I don't think he's getting traded by next week. No.
Oh, by next week. Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
But next year,
it depends on the ownership situation. I think that's what his contract is really hinging on. The learners got out at a time where we're not gonna pay him. Not saying what he's not worth. And like more stuff has come out like about this. It's like the Nats. I mean, like Mike Rizzo. I mean, y'all may feel different, but he was just like, there's no reason for us to have leaked it 3 weeks after we offered it. It's like we don't gain any leverage by leaking it. It's like it's just like the whole thing is just Juan Soto and Scott Burns gonna try to get as much. Like, well, it's 2 years to go. I'd rather go to free agency just to see. Like, I'm gonna get paid either way. But like, the Nationals don't have a reason at this time to trade them unless somebody just blows them away.
Yeah, I don't think he gets traded either because, and on the other end, like as you said, if Boris and him actually want to go to free agency, like you just gave up fucking a big part of your farm system for like a 2-year rental. Like, so it's leverage on both sides.
What do you mean for other teams?
For other teams, for the team that gets them, like,
yeah,
all right, cool. Cause then if you do make this trade and like he makes it clear he's not going to sign with you, then you got to be the one to flip him again. And hopefully somebody else gives you the prospects you just traded to the Nationals.
Yeah.
So like you're either going to sign him or you're going to be looking to trade him in a year again, which is like, so like they're listening to offers and eventually we'll hear about what they to turn down. And it's just setting a precedent for next year's trade deadline or the winter meetings where a lot of trades happen. The ownership thing, like, I don't understand it because the learners are like, we don't want to pay him. But like I read a report that said the new owners want him signed long term. And so I'm like, well, can't you just sign him and then raise the price of the team to get your money back that you're signing him for? Like, that's what the play I don't, because I've also in that same
that's still
article,
paying them more money though, right? They have to pay more money. But if you sell the team for more because Juan Soto is on the team, then you get that money that you just paid him back. No, but the buyer got to pay more money, is what I'm saying.
Right, but I've also heard that the reason that the sale is holding up because the buyers, potential buyers, plural, are waiting to see if Soto's going to be on the team.
Yeah, negotiation. Game of chicken.
No. They want him on the team though. So like, if they trade him,
they want to take care of when they buy the team, right? Before the deal's closed. They want that wrapped up before the deal's closed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's negotiation. I don't want to deal with that headache.
But if they trade him and they're like, all right, then they pull back or they buy the team for less money.
I don't know all that. I'm just saying they don't want to deal with it. I'm saying whatever it is, they probably.
No, I'm talking about from the learner's point of view.
Okay.
You're playing dangerous game of chicken.
Yeah.
Like hundreds of millions of dollars. Like that.
Negotiation. but also, I think the Lions might have a leg up because like ain't like nobody else going to buy the Nationals. Like you could find another group that'll buy the Nationals. I'm assuming you might have to. You suck because you got to go through all this whole process. But I think somebody will buy the Nationals else if they put the team back up or so. If it broke down, you know what I'm saying? It's not like the Learners don't have any type of ace in the hole. It's like yeah, we might get this done. We don't. You still gonna buy the team though? Like, yeah, we're gonna buy it, but can you just wonder? Like, if I do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't. So,
I think I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just speaking.
If he gets traded, and it's not no Herschel Walker type deal, I say the Learners force that, and Mike Rizzo is going to immediately resign from his position. It's like he's not trading Juan Soto just for anything. Like it's just some people gonna get traded. Don't get me wrong. They gonna clear some cap space. I mean, some cap space, some contracts, but nah, Juan Soto's not getting traded.
So what's the three options? Is he don't get traded? No, he gets traded. He gets traded this year. He gets traded next year. He walks or he resigns.
After that, he could be traded. Like,
wait, after the second year?
This will be the first of the three trade deadlines. He's under team control.
Oh, he has 2 more years after this
whole more years, and he's probably going to go to arbitration after this season's over anyway. So he's going to recoup some of that money. Like he's going to get more than 19 million. Go to arbitration. He will get upwards of like 30 million just in arbitration before he even signs another contract. So it's like that's
what's
why
that based on? I'm asking. I'm trying to learn. I don't know. What's
arbitration?
That based on? Then why would he get 30 million?
Yeah, because Aaron Judge only got 21.
Just so they could go and say, well, I'm worth this much. And it's up to the arbitrator to say, oh, well, yeah, this is what he's worth.
I thought I'm only going based on the Aaron Judge thing. I thought it was based on a contract thing was written. Like, I thought that was
it's a range. And yeah, but Aaron Judge only got 21.
Maybe I heard something incorrect. Maybe let me research that. But either way, this is the first of 3 trade deadlines he's going to be on the team. Like they say, he said, my hands are tied. What can he really do? Like, if they give me, I can wait to free agency and see what happens in free agency, or I'm going to keep playing. I mean, and he's playing. It's just like, and the Nationals like, yeah, well, we still not in no rush to trade. We still sit at the negotiation table. If y'all willing to come back to the table, just like, all right.
Who do we think initiated the renegotiation for the long-term deal? Who said first, I want this done? Was it Soto or was it the Nationals?
Nationals.
So
that's kind of like a joint. We're gonna come in. Let's work out this extension. It's about time.
But you had to do it right now. You had 2. I'm just asking. I don't know about baseball. Like you had to do it now. You have 2 more years out. I'm just asking, is that normal, or was it forced because of the sale? Because if it was like the people trying to buy, lock him up for future years.
You want to lock him up.
So it was a push
before he goes to arbitration, right? Arbitration is like in the last 2 years of your contract.
2 years, yeah.
So before arbitration, you would want to lock him up long term.
Yeah, I don't think this is
want a long term contract.
No, what I'm saying, but you from the owner that's going to buy, they want that sewn up, and they don't make it system to do it. The number would be high.
So the issue with the contract is it's that damn deferment again. It's a backloaded deal, and the average amount makes him the 16th highest paid player in the major leagues. And
what's his performance? I'm asking. I don't know.
Not number 16 in the league.
Best hitter in the league,
hands down. Better than Shoto.
I mean,
Shoto.
Ohtani.
Yeah, you ever say he's more valuable because he's a 2-way player, like an elite 2-way player. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. So Ohtani's like number 1. What's his number? Like top 5? He top in terms of value on a team.
Yeah.
In the
top
of the
5.
whole NBLB.
When he brings to your lineup. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He's top 5, and he's so young.
Yeah, easy.
Easy top 5. Yeah.
Juan Soto's that deal. Yeah.
Okay.
He's that. And so
Yeah. So.
Yeah. What were you gonna ask, Ray?
Nah, I just
Why would they trade him?
Everything just makes sense. Like if he's worth big money,
They didn't
we
even
ain't
say
trying to
we're
spend all
looking
that money. We
to
trying.
trade them. They said we're going to explore options. I mean, like they're doing their due diligence. Like,
yeah, I don't think. I think it's much to do about nothing, kind of.
okay, Juan. I mean, you're on the stat. I mean, it's just like, okay, well, then we just keep him,
Right.
lose him in 2 years. That's the game that the team is playing. Like, yeah,
They kind of got you because they. You gonna start? Oh,
let me ask you this: When has this ever ended in a player signing a long-term deal where we're exploring options to trade him?
He may not.
Because I can only think of one time, and it's not in baseball. The time that I'm thinking of.
Okay, but he may not. It might just be okay. You play the next 2 years, or we trade you next year, or whatever that another year. I just think it's.
If he walks in free agency for nothing,
Oh yeah, but again, that's not on the learners at that point.
Yes, it is.
They're not gonna own the team. Oh wait, when is the trade? When does the sale go?
They'll be gone.
They'll be gone. They'll be gone by that time.
Like, yeah, we can write a bad article about the learners.
Do you think the sale is going to happen before Juan Soto's situation is finalized? Because I don't.
You don't think the next 2 years the
Really?
team will be sold?
Nope. Not if Juan Soto is hanging in the balance.
That means the price of that only means that the price of but that only raises the price of the franchise cost. At some point, if I'm trying to buy, I'm like, all right, fine, give it to you right now because I know if I wait 2 more years, it's only going to appreciate. So,
or you're like, I don't want to buy a franchise.
I
don't want to buy a franchise without a face of the franchise. So I'll just wait and stack my money and go get another franchise. Somebody else is running the team poorly, and they'll be ready to sell soon enough.
Okay, that's a lot though. We're going this far. That's a lot. There's a lot of detail. I'm trying to buy a team. I imagine.
And
a lot of negotiations.
in the next 2 years, the Nationals can get a lot better. I mean, it's just there's no rush unless you blow my socks off. What can I really, he's here. Until then, we'll explore at other times, but you will have to pay the piper. I mean, that's what it boils down to. I just people more so his trade value is probably at its highest now, so why people try to make it.
Yeah, only if you're ready to offer a contract that starts with a 5. If you're ready to offer a contract that starts with 5, then yes, because you can get him in there for this playoff run, sign him in the off season, and then he's yours. So, we'll see. Baseball All-Star game. So it's a sprint to the finish line.
Missing more commercials.
I
watch ESPN, so I couldn't even tell you.
I have not as many as I thought I would see because I've been watching the TBT tournament. So they've been doing a couple. They did one last week. I think for Sunday Night Baseball, it was the Padres and the Mets. They did one for yesterday's Yankee-Mets game. So they're sprinkling in there.
That was a good game. I wanted to say that Matt Scherzer was dealing the other night.
Oh, yeah.
Was
that
Tuesday night?
Yeah, that was Tuesday. Night? No, it was Tuesday because yesterday.
It was last night.
Yesterday was it last night? I thought yesterday was might have been last night.
Yeah. I was up late last night watching that. It was last night.
So yeah. But the Yankees are far ahead. The Mets have the Braves closing on them. I don't know in the 2 Central divisions. I think it's the White Sox and the Cardinals. Out west, the Dodgers are up big. And in the AL West, damn, it's not the Angels. I guess it's the Mariners.
Not the Angels. I believe it's the
A's.
A's and the Mariners.
Yeah. So all in all, it looks like we're either getting the we'll see. It should be a Yankees-Dodgers World Series. But we'll see if the Yankees stub their toe as they've done the past couple years. The Dodgers, I just think they're going to beat the Braves because of Freddie Freeman. And then we'll see. We'll see if Aaron Judge gets his ring, but in his walk-off away from the Yankees, because, I don't think he's coming back to the Yankees. So that's all I got for this week, guys. You guys got anything else?
What's the sweepstakes with the Nets? I just want to know, like, where we thinking they're going. What's going to happen? Like the same team?
The Nets?
Mm-hmm. Some got to give, right? At some point, some got to shake.
No, I think it's going to be the same team because they can't find nobody to take Kyrie. Yeah, I just think it's going to be the same team, and they're going to have to play nice, but
I don't even think it's as even as contentious as people think it. I don't think it's. I don't know how people think. I don't think there's any contention. I just think it's kind of like, all right, well, whatever. If you ain't fucking with Kyrie, I just don't feel like being part of this on KD's part. But Kyrie saying he want to play in Brooklyn now. He don't want to go nowhere.
Yeah, of course he's saying that because he tested the waters, and the water was like, "Hey, bro, ain't shit over here for you." And so now you got to try to mend the fences back and all of that.
That's because they don't want to give him a max contract. That's what he was saying. So I mean,
but see, you know what? And here's the crazy part, Dre. Like, I would argue that Kyrie deserves more of a max contract than Draymond.
I really both deserve it.
Yeah, all right. Well, we never rehash that. We not gonna do a 30-minute dismount again.
Yeah, of course. No, if my man Lou would say, no question.
Dive back into
that. But yeah, I just don't think, like, I think sometimes Kyrie thinks everybody just forgets, like, the days he was in a bad mood. And I think the Nets facility is just full of people from the top all the way down to the bottom that just remembers the bad days. They remember the good days, which is why he's going to be able to come back and play. And they didn't just like outright not sign him. But yeah, I think they go start the season with them on the roster. And
they got their feelings. The front office got their feelings.
Everybody got their feelings because Kyrie got his feelings too.
Of course, but
so I think
front office got their feelings because they're like, we put up with all this shit. And y'all got swept by them Boston Celtics. It's like, yeah. It's like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna run a tight ship next year. Like, all right, cracker. Like, well, no, you're not. Why? I will leave. Like, where you gonna go? I mean, whatever. It's up to y'all. So.
I mean, again, so I honestly think KD would have been traded if not for the fucking Timberwolves and Jazz trade for Rudy Gobert. I think that Rudy Gobert shit fucked everything up.
Nah, you said it right. You said it right, brother. Because, okay, oh man, we gotta do it. Fuck it.
That was divine intervention.
Rudy Gobert's trade occurred. Just occurred. Whether we think it's happened or not, we can't argue that, right? But we know the fact that amount of stuff was traded for this brother. And I'm sitting here, Draymond Green, and I can't ask for max contract money. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm supposed to stand back.
And I would say back to him, do you want us to be the Timberwolves?
You won't be. You got me. That's how he thinking. You got us. You got the boys.
And you know what? That's what Rudy Gobert is thinking.
Hey, we got them.
See how we treat Rudy Gobert.
We know we got them. We're not sure if you want to get on board. I don't know. We're not sure if you want to keep at it, or you could go
Price
get
gone up, baby.
I'm about to say,
price.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing, Dre.
Saying on Ray, that's a very good deal. I'm proud of you. Thank you for your time. You always come home, Draymond. You can always come home.
Hey, Dre, are the Timberwolves a championship contender in your mind?
Nah, I don't know who those people are. No. What?
And part of the reason,
Warriors.
part of the reason the Jazz traded Rudy Gobert is because he makes too much money to be that much of a liability on offense and defense too. But that's another.
Again, I'm not arguing how much or what he's worth. I'm saying it exists. And if I'm Draymond, I'm like, nigga, pay me max, motherfucker. Why? Because look at the landscape, all right? Look at the landscape. That's why before I went to that path, okay, I'm gonna stop there. But no reason I would say it's a good thing that Rudy go back and reset the fucking more money, man. Shit. If he get paid this shit, oh yes. Yes. I want ownership, nigga. Oh, you got a cap. Just pay me 5% ownership.
Okay, again, and that's fair. And the rebuttal will be you're not winning. And I've had this.
I'm not talking about Draymond. I'm not talking about Draymond. I'm not talking about Draymond. I'm talking about the KD. I'm talking about the KD.
Okay.
Rudy Gobert shifted it.
Yeah.
No, come on.
So we're in agreement
Draymond.
there.
Yeah.
My bad.
Draymond
we're in agreement with that, KD.
Draymond does deserve the percentage point.
I thought you were talking about the Gobert money, but that Drake.
No. Yeah, he reset landscape. If you get Gobert for all that, then for KD deserves the plan.
You're that. So I do think though, if that Gobert trade doesn't happen, KD does get traded because I think the Nets would have taken 3 first-rounders and a couple players and made it happen. But when they sent 3 players and fucking 4 picks, they was like, oh hell no. Nah.
They don't want to get clowned. It's all about pressure though. They don't want to get clowned.
That's true.
Like, they didn't have the ego. They would have done it. Like, all right, fine. It was like you don't have to do that trade considering that I'm about to disrespect him. That brother named Gobert. It's business, baby. Yeah. So Olu thinks it's gonna be the same squad for next year, huh? With the same coach?
Now, here's what I will say though. I will say if they don't get off to a fast start, Steve Nash will be the first to go. He will be an in-season firing, and they will bring in a coach that is supposed to be, quote unquote, stern disciplinarian. That's what will happen.
You think so? I think it's going to promote from within, keep the family happy, and let these Negroes go in the offseason.
Nah. Because if that was the case,
if they fine.
If they were to let him go in the offseason, then they don't fire Steve Nash.
They don't fire.
Because then then they say that it's not him, it's them. So if they think that like what they said about like, if they start if their egos, to your point, get in the way and public pressure about they do what they want, then they'll fire him and go to get somebody who supposedly like is a stern, whatever.
I hope they don't. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I dig that's the ability to play, but it's like, man, I know they're gonna work.
Yeah, you're right. But that's how they would play. So, other than that, we got a week until practice football, but football nevertheless. It can be compelling because people trying to win jobs. We got baseball. If you want to see if Aaron Judge gets to 60 home runs, he had number 39 tonight. I do got one more thing. Shout out to track and field. They had the World Championships up in Eugene, Oregon. Shout out to Sydney McLaurin. Allison Felix retired after this one. She went out with a couple gold medals. The 4x4 team like smoked there in the gold medal joint. Like Sydney was just running by herself. The men did pretty well. They did have some terrible baton passes in the 4x1 and lost to Canada by like 0.03 of a second or something. But all in all, it looked like it was a pretty good showing for the Americans. I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere they won the most medals that they've ever won at the World Championships. In the women's 100, the Jamaicans swept all 3 medals. So, confirming what we already knew, that they're the fastest women in the world right now. Let's see. I think those were all the stories from the World Championships in a minute. But yeah, I wanted to make sure we definitely shouted out Allison Felix, who's wrapping up a illustrious track and field career.
Salute.
And
You got the record,
if not,
record breaker? My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. What's the that won the 200?
That was Sydney. Yeah, she broke that world record, like crushed it. But what I was gonna say about Allison Felix was that she had left Eugene and was done, and then they called her like, "Yo, we need you to run in one of the trials, because somebody's hurt or something." So she came back up. They got first place in that heat, I believe, and thus advanced to the final. So she ended up getting like another medal. So I think she ended up with 17 total. I don't want to misspeak, but 17 total numbers. So salute to her to going out winner on the last leg. And yeah, that's all I got. So if you guys don't have anything, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for listening. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. YouTube's going up slowly but surely. So if you're a visual person, you can watch us there. And until next time, peace.
Peace.